Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Just as I was speaking. Just as I was speaking. Look at that, people. Come on. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. It is oh, it's happening. It is bloody happening, man. Can't believe it. It was one of those days I was just like, I mean, people forget Luna started the day on $30. It's now 42. $42. What the heck is happening? And you know what? There's more I want to show you because there's some stuff that are going absolutely mental right now, right? And it's so good to see. I love days like this. We've been waiting a long time just to have a break from consolidation, and we just wanted something to pump and get us excited. And honestly, for those people that listened to me and brought Luna at $4, congratulations to you. Obviously, look, man, nothing I say is financial advice, but Luna was the only one that I said to people, when it comes to financial advice, just, that one's a bit like, yeah, just go buy it, go buy it. But look, man, if you didn't, there's plenty of opportunities in there. But if you did, happy days for you. There's loads of things that are pumping right now. And part of this stream is actually going to be just taking a look at some of them that are pumping like crazy right now. I mean, as I'm speaking, I've actually got Pond up as well. Why is it so small? What is going on here? Pond, here we go. Look at Pond. Absolutely mental. Taking out how many? I mean, it's now back at levels that it was at the 6th of May. Well, that 3-4 months worth of sideways and backwards has just been taken out. And that's what happens. That is what happens with coins like this, and it is still going. I mean, look at the volume in that. Look at that. It's never had such volume before. It's all been dead previously. Even these previous pumps that we've had, that is some crazy ass volume. And you look at it from a fib standpoint, and we put it down right there. It's got stuck at the 50% retracement at the moment. But I mean, we all saw what IDEX done, right? We all saw what IDEX done, and that was absolutely mental. As you guys can see, IDEX is now pulling back. It's back at 38 cents, and it did hit pretty much $1. So make sure you guys are taking profits, man, if you are in something like Pond, because low cap coins can do stuff like that, and Pond seems to be in the middle of it. And I'm not telling you guys to go buy this. Again, it is pumping. You should not be following money like that, but it's pumping nonetheless, and it's good to see, man. Very good to see Luna, and let's get Luna back up. Let's get the boss back up, man. But yeah, Luna and Pond are on their way. It's crazy. It is crazy. So again, just a bit of patience, and you get rewarded. I mean, I told people to buy Pond back in like March, April. They were annoyed with the price going down, understandably, and it's just been so long. So it's good to see them kind of speaking about it again, and that excitement coming back. I'm not going to sit here and say alt season is here right now. We're in the thick of it, because I feel like we barely even just started it yet. We're knocking on the door, in my opinion. But it's really good. It's really good to see. This is the type of stuff that you want to see, especially coming after a massive dip. Let's not forget, 2 days ago, we had a huge dip in the market. 2 days ago, Luna was about $22. It's just doubled its money in like 2 days, from 22 to 42, 43, wherever we're at right now, man. That is crypto for you. But what I'm basically going to do is just go through a few things in this video, and just hopefully just explain a few more things that look good. Thank you, everyone, for joining, by the way. Make sure you're leaving the like button when you are rolling in. Yes, hopefully MIR soon come. Like I keep saying, it's part of Luna's ecosystem, and I have a lot of MIR, and I'm hoping that is one of the next ones to just get going. It's very similar to Pond. It's very low market cap. It's just been going, sideways and backwards, like I say, Shaka on NEFC for the past however long. And like I said, with these low market caps, don't be surprised if they catch up and take out 3 months worth of price action in one candle. I said it would happen, and I can see the same thing happening with MIR. The special thing with MIR is that it's still lagging. Do you know what I mean? Let's get Pond off here now, because we've seen that, but MIR is still lagging down here. So imagine if MIR done the same thing that Pond just done. Pond is currently up 100%. Well, if MIR was to be up 100%, it's currently at $3.7, right? 100% right there. We'd take MIR right there to $7.2. Also taking out all price levels up till the 18th of May. Very similar, very, very similar to Pond. And you know what? These things will happen. It will have. It's just patience. You just got to rotate. What the market will do, it will constantly rotate. You just don't know what coin it's going to rotate into, right? That's why being patient is so important. Being patient and then taking profits and then rotating it into other laggers that haven't had their turn yet. That's all the market's about, really. You just got to be patient, man. And as long as people understand that, boom, you'll make a lot of money. Got that at $4. I'm bloody chuffed. Big love to you, T. No worries at all. Yeah, you were one of them that got in really early, weren't you? So yes, congrats on that. What's going on with XRP? What about it, man? It's just wait, innit? You just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. Pond for the win. Looking forward to hitting targets and rotating. Yep, 100%. 100%. Hey, Simon, thanks for joining. Yeah, and yes, MIR is definitely a good rotation to make. You can buy MIR on Kraken, KuCoin, Binance at the moment. So yeah, it is all looking really good at the moment, guys. And as I'm speaking, Luna just made another all-time high. It's now $42.50. As some of you may or may not know, my next target for Luna is around that $50 mark. So, and again, for some of you that may or may not know, that is going to be the first time that I actually pull 80% of those profits. So whatever profit I get from that target, 80% of it's going into my bank account. So, you know, we're waiting for it. We're looking for it. But it's exciting nonetheless, man. It's exciting nonetheless. I've got huge targets for Luna. As a lot of you may know, you know, it's just one of those circumstances for myself that I would like to take some profit. Don't get it wrong. I've still got a lot of Luna that's going to be staked for the long term because I could see this heading to 4 digits in the years to come, 3 digits this bull run. But you know, for me, it suits me. I want to get a house, and these targets will accomplish them goals. So thank you very much, Luna. Luna, $100 before end of October. Well, we're going to look at that. So stay tuned in this stream because I've actually got Luna up because I actually want to talk about it. Because I'm seeing quite a few things, and I know there's a lot of Luna fans as well. So I do want to talk about Luna itself. First things first, get into Bitcoin, right? So I'm just going to say one thing with Bitcoin. I'm not going to really waste too much time with Bitcoin, right? Because at this point in time, all I'm looking for is for it to hold this level. As I've shown previously, it was a resistance here, resistance here. This was what we called our range, and it was resistance there. The only time it turned into support was right there, and we went on to make new all-time highs. I've been saying this for the past few days, right? We've just come back and turned this into support. So all I'm really looking for is for this level to hold. And I'm in the hourly time frame right now, and this is lit. We're literally just still in this range. And so long we are in this range, you know, I'm not going to really say too much, right? And I bring this box all the way down here because honestly, I wouldn't really mind even if we came back down here because we're still holding support, right? So anywhere between like 43K and 48K to me is the range, right? So is the range we're just kind of still just chilling in. I don't mind it. So again, all I would say though is that whenever I see consolidation like this, ranging like this with low volume, it always results in a big move. We just don't know if that's going to come up or down. If it goes down, like I said, I'm hoping it would just hold this level. If it goes up, I'm hoping between 48 and 50K. But, you know, I'm just kind of waiting for it. God knows how long we're going to be in this area for. You know, I've seen this type of consolidation last for, you know, weeks. Literally weeks. I've seen consolidation last like this for a very long time. So I would not be surprised if we carry on doing this into next week. It would not shock me at all. So it is literally just a matter of kind of waiting and, you know, and seeing what's going to happen with Bitcoin. So I didn't want to go too much into it. However, the one thing that I did really want to go into was actually this right here, the Bitcoin dominance chart, right? I decided to take a quick zoomed out approach on it and go back into the levels where we were at just before the dip came in. So back on the 18th of May when Bitcoin's high came in, and then we ended up capitulating and going down into the 28K range and all of that stuff, right? One thing that I've realized with Bitcoin is that right now we're back at those levels, okay? And what we're seeing is a slow recovery from some of these coins. Some of them are obviously going mental, but some of them aren't, okay? However, what I've realized right here is that the Bitcoin dominance actually just had like a quick U-turn back up to this level, which ultimately actually rejected it. You can see we had a huge wick there, right? And we rejected it. If I zoom into that, right up there, we rejected it. So I zoomed out to take a look and see where that is. Well, that was right there. That was right there where we previously had support for the Bitcoin dominance. And you can see the last time the Bitcoin dominance chart bounced on top of this level, obviously forgetting about this area here because it's when we broke through it. The last time we bounced there, look at that. We went on to make our low. This right here would have been Bitcoin's low, that 28, 29K range, 28, that would have been like a low. This would have been low. So basically what I'm saying is Bitcoin dominance has rolled back up to this area where it was previously support, and it is not managed to get through it, hence becoming resistance. Okay, so it's looking bearish as hell, this chart, which is good. And what would typically happen is that, cool, we'd capitulate below it. So the same thing, like whenever we break out of resistance and turn it into support, right? Let's say this was our resistance, right? What would happen is, cool, we do this, we bounce along it, we end up breaking out of it, we come back and retest it as support. That now is our support, okay? So that's what it's done. And it's the same with resistance, right? Let's say, for instance, this was our support, but now we've just broken below it. Now we've come back and turned it into resistance. So that is now our resistance. So what I'm seeing right here, that which was previously support has now turned into resistance. And what I'm hoping for is that. And as I've said before, guys, in here is where alt season will begin. So that's basically what I'm looking for. The Bitcoin dominance chart, it's still looking really bullish in regards to altcoins. But we do need that to start breaking down and seeing that it's looking good. What we don't want to see happen is for the Bitcoin dominance to start, getting back above this level right here and start heading back over here. Do you know what I mean? That wouldn't really be too ideal. So ideally, we want it to just kind of now roll over and go down. That's what I am looking for the Bitcoin dominance chart. And another good thing that I saw today was this. The Bitcoin accumulation balance. And of course, I always bring it up because whenever things are dipping, something like Bitcoin, which is arguably obviously a very important chart to be taken a look at, we need to understand who is actually still accumulating Bitcoin, because you want to be sure that people and whales are still accumulating Bitcoin because they will know something, right? Well, they are. So if we take a look at this right here, this gray line is Bitcoin's price, which is obviously going down. And what we're seeing with accumulation, so accumulation balance and accumulation addresses, the accumulation balance and addresses are now going up, like really up, right? So whilst the Bitcoin price is going down, we are still seeing a lot of accumulation happening, meaning people are still confident. There's still confidence in this market that Bitcoin will still go on to make a new high, and that the alt season still have not even come round properly yet. So, that is basically what we are still waiting for the Bitcoin just to kind of break out of its range now and just go on. But the great thing is right now is that we're seeing so many coins break out, and they're not even little breakouts anymore. We are seeing huge breakouts come out. We already saw Sol go onto a huge run, right? Luna, and obviously over here, I took the Pond chart off, and I will go into Pond in a second because I saw someone leave a comment on it. Pond. There we go. So obviously Pond making moves like this as well. All of that volume coming in, which is never even seen before. That's the most volume we've ever seen. And I'll say it again, we don't see moves like that in a bear market. It is as simple as that. We do not see moves like that in a bear market, right? And then obviously going on to the total market cap of crypto, again, a very important chart we need to look at. Before I actually bring on this, right? And it's the same. The same will go for the Bitcoin chart. What I'm about to say for the total market cap is the exact same for the Bitcoin chart, right? Because they look very identical. Look at this. What have we not had? We have not had a pullback at all. In this area, we have just been grinding up. We have not had a major pullback at all until now, okay? And we always get pullbacks. We always get big pullbacks come in, always on the way up, okay? Always get fat pullbacks. We haven't had one, okay? We've had minor little pullbacks. Most of these are just like little red days, but they just kind of carried on, okay? So what I'm saying is, whilst we were grinding up here, not once did we come back and retest any level. Okay, what it's done is just broken through all levels of retracements, but now it's just kind of come back into this area right here. See this high, which was our previous resistance? All we've done is just come into that area right there and turn it into support. So again, it just kind of goes back to the case that we needed this. We definitely needed this. And you could see the same thing on the Bitcoin chart. We didn't have any major correction at all. So I'll even get my brush out again here. Nothing at all. Zero. Just kept going up. Whereas always we have had big corrections on the way up, big corrections on the way up, big corrections on, literally always had big corrections on the way up, right? This is the first time we've had a major correction in a long time. So when you look at it from that standpoint, you sit there and say to yourself, cool, like this was kind of needed. Like it's not a big deal at all. These happen all the time. We see big pullbacks happen every single time in crypto, right? It's nothing new, nothing new at all. It's just scary in the moment, and people talk about it in the moment, but we had nothing for ages. This area is completely empty when usually they're never empty. There's always something going up. Look, all the way up here, nope, we need to come back and fill that space. All the way up here, nope, come back and fill that space. So right now, that's what we've done. And thankfully, we have come back down into an area where it was previously support and resistance. Resistance, 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 support, support. Okay, so it's looking really good. Now, let me catch up with these comments just in case I'm missing anything. Let's have a look. You've had such an exciting day. Even my daughters are egging on Luna. Yep, 100%. That's what my mum's doing as well. 7x on Luna, 5x on AR. So chuffed. Good. Strax to $100. Yeah. I'll take a look at Pond in a second. Tanner, I owe you for Luna recommendation. Nah, you don't owe me nothing, mate. You don't owe me nothing, mate. It's all good. We share the love over here. We share the love over here. It's no problem at all. But anyway, let me show you something on Luna, which I've been kind of banging on about for ages on my Twitter. For those of you that follow my Twitter, I have been showing the case that Luna has been following the exact same fractal, exact same pattern as Solana. The only difference is that Luna has been accumulating and ranging for a little bit more. So I noticed this, right? What I'm about to show you in the Luna chart, I've basically taken from this area right here, okay? So this entire area here, okay, I've just copied and pasted this over onto the Luna chart. So here it is right here, okay? If I just pull it down, you can see extreme similarities. There you go, okay? How similar does that look? Ridiculous, right? The way we grind it up, okay, and the way we made 1 high, 2 high, 3 high, had this little bit in the middle, came back and made this other high right here, dipped. The only difference is Luna dipped a bit more, but that's because of Bitcoin. And then after this area is when we said, cool, now is the time for Luna to get going, okay? Because if it continues to follow what Solana was doing, then it shows that Luna is now in this area right here, which means our next thing to do is literally to get out of it. And what has Luna done? It's got out of there and it's catching up with the same fractal as Sol. And I don't need to remind you guys of what Sol ended up doing, right? It just kept going and going and going and going. I've got the chart right here. You can even look at it again on the daily chart because, you know, it is absolutely ridiculous what Sol ended up doing. Looking at it from a Fibonacci retracement point of view, as you guys can see, it did end up exceeding all retracements, kind of just wicking above it like I said it would, and now coming back down. And as you guys, again, another thing that I kept saying was whenever Solana is close to finishing its bull run or finishing its bull run, you will see that money flow into some of the laggers. You'll see it flow into Luna. You'll see Luna go. What happened? As I said, Solana reached a 4.236 extension, wicked above it like I said it would, and now it's pulling back. And while it's pulling back, you're seeing money flow into other coins like Solana, like Pond. There's so many other examples. I just have not got them up at the moment, right? So it's nothing new and it's nothing that we wasn't expecting. These are all stuff that we were expecting, right? It just all needed a little bit of patience. But you know, when you're kind of sitting through the entire thing, patience is not really the one. You know, people don't really they don't really have the patience. But you know what? It's crazy. I kept going on about the whole Luna and Solana thing. It just looks so similar to me from day one. In fact, I've got, here we go, right here, right? Let me get it out for you guys. I've actually got my first tweet that I've done of it. Here it is right here. This tweet was on the 6th of September. 4 days ago, I started tweeting about it. What you see here is a fractal from Sol when its price was around $70 to $80 before going parabolic. Overlaid on top of the current Luna chart, identical AF. If this continues to follow suit, we can expect a bit more consolidation here, potential minor pullback before we go ham. And I posted that right there. What did we end up having? We had a bit more consolidation. We had a minor pullback. before we go ham. Simple as that. Okay. So, sometimes you can even do some technical analysis by trying to find some fractals that look identical. And to me, Solana looked ridiculously identical. And, if Solana has gone on to make new highs, reaching the 4.236 extension, then what's the 4.236 extension for Luna? Well, it's around $80. If you look right there, it's $82. Okay. In Luna's case, I do have a lot that I am saving on the side, because I think Luna will exceed all expectations. If I'm completely honest with you, I feel like we will find quite a bit of resistance up in here. Maybe a lot. I reckon that maybe when we get to these levels, we'll see a longer consolidation before we do end up breaking out. However, we could potentially be seeing Luna firstly get to around the $52 mark with no issues, then 70, then 80. Like, I don't really see many issues getting through these levels right here, right? So to me, it's looking pretty good. And you know what? It's just about asking. Finding all of these coins that are just kind of doing something similar, going into those laggers and just being patient. Buy it and be patient. How do you set up alerts on Binance? Yeah, ask in a Discord, Kasim. We'll send you a little tutorial. Very easy. You just click on a coin, and at the bottom left, there's a button that says alert. You just click that, set your alert, and then whenever it hits that price level, you'll be done. So yeah, I will quickly go into Pond because a few people were asking me about Pond. So let's go into it. I did notice something with Pond. I was actually just putting a Fibonacci retracement over it. So as you guys can see, it's looking good in the sense that, this is the most volume we've ever seen. Okay. And it's just kind of reminding me of IDEX. And IDEX went from like 6 cents to $1, right? Another low cap coin, another one breaking out. It's up 100% today. It's just got stopped out at the Fibonacci, the 50% retracement level. Basically, all I'm seeing with Pond is that I don't think we'll have many issues getting through these areas. The only thing I'm looking out for Pond is that we've done things like this before, like over here, right? We had a huge pump. That day, we were at 8 cents and we pumped all the way to 18 cents. Today, we were at 9 cents and we pumped all the way to 18 cents, okay? So until Pond breaks this area, 18 cents, and we carry on going higher, I will be cautious. I mean, I'm all good because I definitely think we'll go higher anyway. Pond is an excellent project in general, and it's very undervalued in my opinion. But the difference between this and this is that volume coming in. The volume we had previously for that move was that little midget thing right there, which was actually previous. I mean, when we had that was our most volume we've ever had. But now, looking at that, I think we can break through this and go on to new all-time highs if we do end up breaking this level, because clearly it's a level of interest that we need to get through. Ended up being resistance there, and now here as well. Let's break that 18 cent mark. Hopefully it could send this thing flying, right? So with Pond, again, it's just a waiting game, but I don't want it to get back down to these levels. That would annoy me, I can't lie. Getting back into 8, 9, getting back below 10 cents would really annoy me, only because we've seen Pond do some major moves up and then down, up, down, even this little one here, up, down. That went from 7 cents to 11 cents. I mean, these are exciting moves, right? Today, it's over doubled its money. So, we want this to just break 18 cents is what I'm trying to say. But with the way the market's going and, some of the other stuff that I'm seeing at the moment, if it doesn't happen today, I think it will happen soon anyway. So it's just about waiting. Shall I do a little strats for Jonesy? Go on then. I won't do too many. I could see yours as well there, man. I'll do those and then I won't really do any more because, like I said, you guys can put Fibonacci retracements over these anyway. You know how it all works. I've done a tutorial on it. Strax. It ain't actually looking too bad, to be honest. Understandably finding resistance there at the 618. That's like what XRP did as well. Found their resistance at the 618. It's now bouncing back ever since that big dip it had. Damn, that did dip pretty big in it. $3 to $2. Dropped the whole dollar. Not too bad, but it isn't looking too bad. Let's look at the RSI on this, man. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah, it's looking good. It was oversold. Definitely oversold. So we've still got some room to grow for Strax. What you're looking for Strax really is just to kind of break the 618. 618 was clearly the most resistance it would have found as it was grinding its way up, just like loads of other coins did as well. So getting through that would be important. Let's not forget what Ethereum done, for example, after that broke the 618. And if we go to Ethereum, and then let's place a fib over this. There you go. As you can see, Ethereum ranged under the 618 for ages before breaking out and then breaking all retracement levels, right? So, you know, sometimes it's the 618, sometimes it's the 702. Most of the time it's the 702. Probably in Strack's case, the 618. And the 618 sits at $3.18, okay? So that's ideally what you're kind of looking at for Strax. So yeah, yes, I do hold band. It's my third or fourth biggest holding. I do hold band as well. You trust an XDC. Let's have a quick look. Does it have a thing? Yeah, it does. It is this, isn't it? UTK? I think it's that anyway. I'm going to chart it anyway. Cool. UTK, let's have a quick look. Fib point of view, it's just holding the 0.236, pretty undervalued in my opinion. What levels did it ended up holding? Let's have a look. Holding that previous support, which is good. I mean, ideally, what you can say from this is that all it's done, as that was his previous support, once we broke below it and we couldn't break back above it, all it's done is broken back above it. And during that dip, we've back tested it. We've back tested that level, which is very bullish, by the way. So UTK is looking really good at the moment. Again, it's just a matter of having some patience and waiting for this to just kind of get on its way now. But all that's done is just flipped resistance into support, which was support over there. The last time it done that, it ended up going on to make a new all-time high. So, yeah, looking really good. XDC. You on Binance? No? KuCoin. KuCoin it is. Cool. Holding that level right there, which was its previous all-time high, which is good to see. I mean, that's as bullish as it gets, really, isn't it? Nothing really more to look at that. That's the first thing I see. That was his previous all-time high. We flipped it. We've bounced on it 3 times now as support, which is exactly what you want to see when things are dipping. Fib point of view, yeah. I mean, it's very undervalued at this point in time. Very undervalued. So, again, with those, just like the rest of the market, man, things are you just got to have some patience. That's all it is. Yeah, watch the Fib video, guys. You guys can do that all from yourself as well. I made a Fibonacci retracement video to teach how to use it. And yes, thank you, Anne-Marie. Make sure you're liking this video. One of my videos the other day got the most likes I've ever gotten it, and it was like only 40 or something. So yeah, I was happy about it, but we could do better, guys. 40 likes. I know there's only like 30 of you in here, but whatever, man. Just like the video, innit? Yes, Anne-Marie, tell them it's a good vid to watch, though, if you haven't already, peeps. Yeah, definitely. No worries at all. Jonesy, my man, no worries at all. What we'll do, just before I end the stream, we will take a quick look one more time. Bitcoin back at 45,666, which is good. Bitcoin dominance. Let's see if that's had any movement at all. If we go to the hourly chart. Okay, just finished a red hourly candle. Could this be the time where we roll down? Don't know. Let's just quickly check out Pond one more time. What is Pond chilling at? Still around that area, just kind of chilling out. Cool. Last but not least, my baby Luna. $41. Cool. Is what it is. Let's just wait and see what happens, guys. But ultimately, you know, it's looking really good. What we're seeing is one by one rotation happening into other coins and the coins exploding. What more do you want? Just wait for your coin in it. That's all you got to do. Otherwise, thank you all very much for watching the stream. I hope you have all enjoyed. Make sure you're liking before you leave. You're subscribing before you leave. And I suppose I'll just see you guys soon. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow, if I'll do a stream or not. If something major happens, cool, I'll do one. Otherwise, I'll probably just do a video for you guys tomorrow or 2 or 3, I don't know. But otherwise, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Thanks for joining and see you in a bit. Take it easy, people.